I mean, look at it. It's literally got everything. Had a lot of fun. Had a lot of fun. Which country am I in today? I'm letting you guys guess this one. So here are a few clues. Please write down in the comments where you think I am. First thing I do when I see a new park in a new area of the world is test the bars doing your basics, the pull-up. Now pull-ups to me are the absolute GOAT move in calisthenics. And to be honest, I don't think it would be a true calisthenics workout if it didn't include pull-ups. So here you go, hit you with it from the start, some pull-ups. This place is super hot, about 33 degrees, which means I didn't spend that much time warming up. And to be honest, I was too excited with all of the array of different types of equipment. Initially, I played about with some basic hanging and dead hangs just to get myself to feel familiar with the moves again before starting the workout. I hadn't planned to train while I was on holiday, but I just felt my body wanted it. The multitude of different bars in this park was so astounding, it reminded me a bit of Ninja Warriors. It took me about an hour's walk to get here, and also because of the weather, I was definitely warmed up. So here you see me just playing around, trying pull-ups in different levels and areas of the park just to see which ones feel the best. I ended up doing 5 pull-ups on almost every bar of this park. Okay, that's a lie, as in every bar that I could reach in this park. My shoulders did feel quite stiff after all those pull-ups. A fantastic way to open the shoulders up, no matter what calisthenics move you're trying, or even if you're going to attempt some handstands, is the German hang and skin the cat. You can see I'm really tight, I can't go quite as deep into this hang as I would like, so I try again and this time rock back and forth from a position that I'm comfortable in with my legs horizontal to pushing my hips as low as I can and then using my abs to roll my way back up. For maximum core isolation, try to keep your arms and your legs as straight as you can. If you're a beginner, bending them will make the move easier. Next, I moved on to a bar that was slightly higher than my height. I did think for a second, should I do a jump muscle up where I jump on top of the bar? But then I thought, nah, it's golden hour. Let's do a pullover instead. One of the most challenging moves for me is doing this type of front tuck where I extend my legs forward and try my best to have straight arms. As you can see, they're very, very bent here. Ideally, I would like my bum to be at the same level as my head, but I often give up and turn it into an L-sit. So L-sits became the next part of this workout, where I did 3 10-second L-sits hanging on a bar. If you'd like to learn more about L-sits, I do have a separate YouTube video over here you can check out. I then went to the P-bars and did 3 10-second L-sits. It's worth trying this L-sit position on a hanging bar, but also on the P-bar so that you're using different muscles. They both make me pull faces like this. Next, we have the perfect height bar for single bar dips. It's important to maintain your elbows in, so parallel to your body. I do 3 sets of 5 reps of single bar dips. And when I'm done with those, I descend from the bar really slowly, basically doing a negative muscle up, but the key is doing them slowly so your muscles get used to being under tension in those positions to eventually help me to get the muscle up. Even doing these negative muscle ups, it's really important that the elbows are in to avoid injury. I end up doing 6 of these, with the last one filmed here, and I try to go super slowly. It always reminds me of a rolling pin over dough. I think ideally as I get better I shouldn't be putting the weight of my chest on the bar, but for now these will do. Oh, there was a little pothole just for my butt to land on. Cute. But now how do I get up? Ooh, what cool move is she going to try now? Let's see. Yeah, this is one of my favourite calisthenics moves and I highly recommend it to everybody. If you're wondering what I do in between my sets during my rest time, this is it. But jokes aside, this is a great move if you want to just stretch your spine. What you're watching here are all legitimate moves, but I tend to not rest when I'm supposed to rest in between sets and end up doing a different type of exercise in between the sets I'm supposed to be doing, like here with a bar roll. But eventually I end up resting. Okay, well, sort of. I know my body quite well and I don't tend to time my rests in between the sets. Although if I was to pick a number, it would probably be something between 30 seconds to 1 minute. I was so happy when I saw these type of bars. They look a little bit like the railings you use to park your bike, but they're most commonly used to do shoulder stands, handstands, and these elbow levers. I only recently realised I could do this move, and I will provide a YouTube tutorial video of how I personally learned to do this. But because it's a relatively new calisthenics move that I've learnt to do, I ended up doing this about 8 to 10 different times on these bars because I was just so excited to see these unusual looking setup, and unlocking these has been so fun. It genuinely looks like you're floating and it feels like you're floating, but really you're trying to balance all of your body weight on this tiny surface area on the right elbow. One of the tricks for this move is having a posterior pelvic tilt and tensing all your core muscles to be able to lift your hips high enough to make it give the illusion that you're almost floating. A regression, therefore an easier version of this move, would be to attempt it with your legs tucked in. Make sure that you're in a straddle position where your legs are wide enough to help you balance. Here you can see me attempt this close up. By the way, elbow positioning is very important because you can actually poke yourself in the intestines and make yourself feel like you want to throw up. If you feel you've mastered this particular move, then one way to make it harder is removing the left hand. I say left as in the opposite arm that doesn't have the elbow digging into your torso. Another benefit of having your legs wide apart and straddled means that you can control the balance. When you look at this move initially, you might think, oh my god, how doesn't she just bang her head or like push her hips too high to fall in front? But that never really happens because I can control the balance. We are now well into the workout and I have done some push exercises before these dips, so I was feeling relatively tired here and happy that these were not weighted dips. I managed 3 sets of 10 dips. My elbows are at least 90 degrees and then I lock out my arm at the top. Also, the more you lean forward in the dip, the more it uses your chest muscles. If you want to focus more on your triceps, don't lean forward so much and try to keep a straighter posture as you do the dip movement. In this set, you can see I almost exaggerate the movement by really leaning forwards when I do these dips. That's because I want to focus on my chest predominantly. I ended my workout with 3 sets of 8 reps of elevated push-ups on these bars to make it easier for me instead of using the floor. If you want to make it harder, then you would place your feet on the bar and your hands on the ground. Oh, did you think I was done? Well, just because my workout's done doesn't mean I still don't want to play. These mini platforms are great to do any balance work, as well as pistol squats and anything requiring stability on one leg. It's got these kettlebells even. What calisthenics park has a kettlebell? So we've got, what's that, 9 kgs, 14 over there, and a 12. Nice. All you're doing with these are squats, I imagine. Can't do a kettlebell swing. Even though I'm expending energy, I don't count this as part of my workout. I saw the ladder wall and I had to try a flag. So I was able to do a vertical flag and that's what I was intending to do here, but I think I've lost the exact skill. If anyone can give me any tips on this, then please let me know. This is the correct position, but I lost balance. Oh my gosh! I don't come across ladder walls in parks very often, so I don't practice the skill, but this was me attempting a vertical flag last year. As you can see, I do balance and I feel comfortable in this position for a few seconds, so I was a bit annoyed that I couldn't get it back. I'm sure I will if I had a little bit more time to practice. It's also fun attempting different positions and movements in the vertical flag position or the tucked flag. Like here I clip one of my feet onto the ladder step so that I can push with the other leg horizontally across and play around with balancing my weight in this position. As you can see, I got a little stuck there. But yeah, I would normally use a TRX machine to do this, but I loved the fact that, like the rings, I could maneuver my hands in different positions to slightly change this move. It wasn't part of my workout because I was just playing around with how to use this equipment.
I wouldn't be able to get to the top, but these bars are made with the little kind of steps for short people like me, so I can literally just go like that. I've now been here for an hour and it's probably getting a little bit late. It is an hour's walk back to where I'm staying. Almost getting rips in my hands, look at them. So I think I'm going to call it a day, but it's been amazing. I love this place, and if I had more time I would walk the hour in the sunshine to get here again, and I'm going to have to walk an hour back and it's going to get dark. But it was worth it. I always have time for flowers. A good honest day's work. Look at that. Those calluses and a dirty hand. A bit tired, I've been on the beach all day doing handstands. It's a tough life. It's a tough life when you're on holiday. I feel really grateful to have been able to find this amazing place and train here. So yeah, hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please give it a little like and subscribe, and I will hopefully see you soon, maybe in another country. Bye bye bye. Ciao.